Change is coming to Somerville. We see it all around us, and really, there's no stopping it. The question is, how to balance revitalization and development with the preservation of Somerville's character and the need for affordable housing and jobs. The Union United Coalition recently invited community members and elected officials to a forum on this issue. More than 60 residents, aldermen, and candidates showed up to discuss how to have development without displacement.
For many of us in Union United, the risk is real of displacement. Every day, many of us worry about rent. Is it going to go up when our lease is up? We worry about things like, well, where are we going next? Because if our rents go up, what's going to happen next to us?
Because they want, Dunkin' Donuts, our Ebi Sushi, and Mike's. I believe they just want us all out of there. So our concern is information. What's going to happen to us? How long is actually, if there's a development, what's going to happen? How long are they going to take? Where are we going to be replaced? We don't want to lose our customers, and we don't want to be far away from Union Square. We want to stay here.
I have been living here for 12 years, and my in-laws are here too. I want my daughter to be with them. When I explained to my daughter we might need to move to another city, she didn't like it. She told me, "Mom, I have some money in my piggy bank. You can use it all to buy a house here so we can live together."
I want to share with you all that this is affecting not only the adults in Somerville, but the kids that aren't really sharing their voice. And so that's why I'm here. I want to be the voice of the kids who, have to get up at 5 a.m. or the kids who just aren't in Somerville anymore. Because, well, Somerville is just this one big community that needs to stick together.
We are concerned about affordable housing for the people, like creating jobs or saving jobs, and small businesses. So everybody should have their voice heard, and everybody should be given equal opportunity in terms of development. So not only development, but also community involvement. So that is why I'm here.
The folks who've made this city great, who've built it, who give it the wonderful vibe and diversity, we need those people to stay here. We spent a lot of time looking at job training and getting people to have good jobs in the city, which is the other side of the coin from affordable housing, and affordable housing. These are the two things we need: good jobs for people, job training so they can get them, and lots of affordable housing. The Board of Aldermen, as my colleagues have mentioned, we have the power of zoning. We can determine what could be built in different parcels in Union Square and throughout the city, and we need to use that power. We need to use that power so that what gets built is not just good for developers, it's good for people. It's good for the people who live here. We want development for us, not for folks who are going to make a lot of money. I don't mind if developers make some money, as long as we all get a lot too in the process.
And that's my big fear is, developers aren't concerned about whether all of you are going to be in the room in the next 20 years. But we're also not concerned with whether developments succeed or fail or not either, unless it's pertaining to Somerville. So I think that's important to keep in mind, is that it's about negotiation and it's about getting what we can for people in the neighborhood. It's not about us versus them or the enemy. It's about getting what we need to survive.
What do you see as specific steps that you could take to help us get to the negotiation table to get a CBA, whether it's just Union United or a coalition of people negotiating that CBA? I'm wondering what ways, concrete ways, you see yourselves as being able to contribute to that effort.
Very soon, when we get a sense of where the administration is on this, what they want to do, I would certainly sponsor or support a resolution that calls for a community benefits process that includes and is driven by the community. So we have the bully pulpit. We don't have a huge amount of power in Somerville. We have a strong mayor form of government, but we do have influence. We also have the power of the budget, which we can use.
it's an issue not just for very local things. It's not just an issue of Union Square. It's a citywide issue. And, you know, we had people from all over the city coming, talking, listening, and even now just talking after the fact with different people from all over the city, caring about what's going on.
A community benefits agreement, also known as a CBA, between the city and any major developer in Somerville can play a key role in achieving development without displacement. Plans are being formalized for a 2-day workshop to define a CBA for the Union Square project. The question remains, who will be a part of that decision-making process? Please watch for SNN follow-up stories.